Hey, how are you doing? This is Greg Van Kirk, and I just want to spend a few minutes walking you through the problem tree analysis. This is for conversations focused on understanding the root causes and effects of problems. Note, I just came across this tool years ago, maybe 4 or 5 years ago. Very simple, but incredibly powerful and useful tool no matter what you're doing. I wish I had had this about 25 years ago. Would have certainly made my life a lot easier. And certainly I would have been a much more effective change maker. So this is a situation analysis tool. And right now, this in the field guide sits in Toolkit for problem diagnosis and prioritization. I'm going to go through about this tool as always. Then we've got how to use this tool down below. Here is the tool itself. I'm going to walk through this in my own words, but it's reflective, obviously, of how to use this tool, but I'll make some comments. So there's the tool. And then I'm going to walk through engagement role guidance with this problem tree analysis. So about this tool, when you see a problem, one of the first things you should do is identify and analyze the root causes and negative effects of the problem. This helps you decide where you might step in to address the problem. This problem tree analysis tool will help you and your team do this in a simple and straightforward way. Fantastic tool for brainstorming. There are three basic components to this tool. They are as follows: the problem. So this is the metaphorical trunk of the tree. So start here with the problem, however it is that you're currently defining it. Really, really important. You've got a problem in your head of it may be poverty, it may be something related to mental health, whatever that might be. Don't overthink it. When we get to the tool, you just want to note this down and get started. This tool is great for helping you get past paralysis. The causes, these are at the root level. Root causes. Why does this problem exist? What's causing it? This is where you'll brainstorm and note down all of the causes you can think of. There are many causes to problems, not just one. The effects or the symptoms. These are the negative effects typically. These are at the branch level. When the problem occurs or exists, what happens? What are the negative consequences? Capture everything you can think of here. Try to get to the consequences of consequences, right? You think about branches, then have little branches that come out from them. Second, third order consequences. Sometimes the second or third order consequences are more important to understand than the direct consequences. As always, we've got quotes in here. This is a great one from Albert Einstein that I think you should live by. If I had an hour to solve a problem, I'd spend 55 minutes thinking about the problem and 5 minutes thinking about the solutions, right? Solutions typically present themselves. The hardest thing is to get a very specific, actionable problem. So the tool itself, as always, you can click in the PDF, you can click here on the tool to access the Google Sheet and make an editable copy. This is also great for posters on a piece of paper, in the center of a room. Excellent for whiteboarding. I whiteboard. You make a whiteboard of this tool all the time. So you want to start with a description: who's the community, the system, or the organization. Then you're going to go to the trunk and you're going to write in the problem as you have it defined. And then you can start wherever you want to. Typically think about starting about the causes and go around. There are boxes for a whole bunch of different causes. You may have fewer or more. So you're going to note all of those down. You're going to note down all of the effects or the symptoms, right? The goal of this tool is to try to figure out where's something actionable that I can step in, right? So for example, with the causes, you might write a cause of this problem is that there isn't $1 million, right, that's needed to be able to solve the problem. And another one might be that people need some new kind of small tool to solve the problem, right? Poor example, but point being is that we want to find actionable. Maybe I don't have $1 million, so I'm not going to focus there. I'm going to focus on what about this small tool thing, right? A lack of access to this small tool might be the issue. So you're going to write down all the causes and try to figure that out. Again, looking for actionable things. Suggestion: after you've gone through the causes, what you may want to take is one of the causes and erase everything, put that back up as the problem in the trunk, and go through the exercise again, right? Again, to get something that is actionable that you can focus on with your team to try to solve. One final note as well, we don't always address causes. Sometimes you address the effects and the symptoms, right? Think about somebody getting sick. You can't always prevent them from getting sick, but then you can treat the sickness afterwards. So what am I going to do there? right? So you basically want to use this tool to try to pick out a spot where you can step in to try to address what you currently define as the problem, which is once you step in, that will then be the new problem as you define it. So engagement role guidance, hands-on. Use this as a guide for conversations with the organization community you're working with to better understand the problems that they're working on. So build a problem tree there. You can also use this on a more micro level for something you're working on within the organization or community. Consulting. Use this to help the organization team and or project team that you're consulting for define the root causes and effects of a problem, as currently defined, right? This can help them decide where to focus efforts with specificity. As with all of these tools, this can be one of your final deliverables. And if you're innovating, use this conversation tool to help you select an actionable root cause or negative effect that you can focus on addressing with your innovation. So hopefully you find this helpful. This is a great tool to have in your own personal, professional, educational toolkit, and a great one to really bring in the perspectives of other people when you're trying to figure out, what can we do to help try to do some change making and make things a little bit better. So hopefully you find this helpful. As always, reach out if you have any questions or comments or would like to collaborate. Here for that. Apart from that, have a wonderful day and thank you for all.